One way of exploring the parashat Shavua, the parsha of the week, is to take one verse and dive into it deeply. Another way that I have been exploring this week and invite you to too is to read the whole thing through and then to see what is prominent for you from the whole. Like, what does the parsha want you to hear this week? For me, one of the refrains that really stood out reading this week's parsha, Parashat Va'eh, is an emphasis on appropriateness of time and place. We're told time and again that the sacrifices should only be offered in the right time and in the right place. It's often said that practice is about responding appropriately to this moment. The story is told of the seeker who travels far and wide to find the teacher who'll give them the wisdom they seek. And at the top of the mountain, they meet them finally and say, okay, what is the secret? What do I need to know? And the response is respond appropriately. Sometimes we want one rule that we can always follow, one simple thing that we can always implement. But in many ways, life is more complicated than that. Sometimes what's needed is to brighten, sometimes to soften, sometimes to take up some more space, sometimes to step back, sometimes to be firm. Sometimes, as we read beautifully later in this week's portion, surely to open, really to open your hands, to give, to support, not to harden your heart. And so what happens when we respond appropriately, when we meet life here fresh, not with the response of the past or the response of the future, but as it is now? Well, the last thing we read about in this week's parasha is Sukkot, v'samachta b'chagecha, and then you will rejoice. If we meet life as it is, if we respond appropriately to what's here, now, with as much attunement and care as we can manage, the click of appropriateness, of congruence, va'ayitach samer, opens up the flow that is joy. May this be our practice for the Shabbat and the time ahead. Shabbat Shalom.